And today, cooperatives around the world celebrate the International Day of Cooperatives with the theme, Cooperatives, Building a Better Future for All. The day provides cooperatives with the opportunity to showcase their current contributions to building a sustainable future. Cooperatives have a track record of promoting the economic and social development of all people. However, in Nigeria, cooperatives face multiple challenges. We have with us in the studios the president of the Abuja Cooperative Federation, Emmanuel Atama, to speak on the challenges cooperatives face in Nigeria. Well, I think I must add that Atama is also the executive secretary and CEO of the National Cooperative Financing Agency of Nigeria, a creation of government but funded privately. How? You know, when the average Nigerian, when you talk of cooperatives, is usually what some people call, monthly contributions or susu, in other parts of Nigeria. Tell us more about this and how significant is it to be celebrated?
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here. If it is called susu, ajo, whatever it is called, I think that is the local name. Cooperative is the English name. So for whatever it is called, cooperative is a child of necessity. And the advent of cooperative is as a result of some of the things that government ought to do, and it is not done to the satisfaction of the populace. And some of the things that the private sector also have to do, and it is not done to the satisfaction of the people. Then the people stood up themselves and say, we could come together and do it better. So that's to the emergence of cooperative. Here in Nigeria, we join our counterparts across the world to celebrate the day. And just like the team said, cooperative building a better future for all. It's talking about inclusiveness. Since 2017, the International Cooperative Alliance have charged cooperative worldwide to ensure that no one is left behind. I think this team is a follow-up to that charge, that we should ensure that no one is left behind. And what will make no one to be left behind is inclusive drive. So cooperative help to provide that inclusiveness by making sure that things that ordinarily could not be at the reach of the common men and women, they are already having it. And that is why when you go around government offices, MDAs, you go around communities, worship places, you see them have cooperative. Because one, it helps the people to pull their resources together and also give same resources back to themselves and manage it wisely, so that those things that they ordinarily couldn't afford, through that, they will be able to have access to it.
I mean, from your submission, it's like taking, the cooperative business away from the ground floor and raising it, to the top echelons and the rest. How does one become a member of the National Cooperative Financing Agency? How does your agency even fund, its operations? And what are some of the benefits the people really stand to gain here?
Thank you. The agency is a national apex for all financial cooperatives in Nigeria. The cooperative is structured along 4 strata. The ones you hear cooperative society is primary society. That is where the business of cooperative take place. Anything above the primary society is politics, in the sense that when you have a primary society at the grassroots level, because each cooperative is registered in a ward and then can operate within the state where it is registered, then if the primary societies want to synergize, about 5 of them can form a union. And the essence of forming a union is to ensure that they mobilize resources in a much stronger way to confront a particular need and solve it. So you can have an agric union, you can have housing union, you can have energy union. That we look at it at a local government level, because the other one is at the grassroots.
Which is the ward level.
The ward level. Then the next stage after the local government is the state APES. So when you mention Abuja Cooperative Federation, each state of the federation have their cooperative federation, and FCT as the 37th state, so to say, you now have the Abuja Cooperative Federation. Then above the state federation, you now have the national APES. So the National Cooperative Financing Agency of Nigeria is a creation of the Cooperative Act 2004 Cap 98, just like other cooperative bodies, to manage the financial sector of cooperative. And as a result of that, we are working with the Central Bank of Nigeria under the National Financial Inclusion Strategy. As a matter of fact, we chair the Product Committee for Financial Inclusion at the Central Bank. And that is why what we do is that the 36 states of the Federation, including the FCT, are the owners of the National Cooperative Financing Agency of Nigeria. And how do they own it? Each state has the APES body for financial cooperatives. Like in Abuja here, we have the Abuja Cooperative Financing Agency. Just like in Nasarawa, in Kogi, in Niger, and other parts of the country. So they come together to form the National Cooperative Financing Agency. They subscribe to it on annual basis. They fund its operation. But nonetheless, from time to time, we also get some form of support.
Grants.
Yes, from government and development partners in ensuring that we meet our goal.
What's key areas are these your goals? You know, we hear federal government is trying to reflate the economy, it's down, food crisis everywhere, the cost of living generally and the rest. And you have the small traders. Did your agency propagate, benefit from the, traders' money then? Are you going to be a beneficiary of the new, 50,000 naira or 150,000 naira for the poorest of the poorest?
Yeah, we facilitate the access to such funds for our member. I could remember vividly during the JIP program, we were working together with our partners, the Pro-Poor and the Bank of Industry, to create access to the fund for our members nationwide. But when you ask about what do we do for our members, we domesticated the National Financial Inclusion Strategy as cooperative inclusive strategy. And we have 7 products that cut across various needs.
Quickly name some of these products. Maybe some of us might just be interested to come up with
our first product is finance, access to finance.
At what percentage?
Cooperative is at a single digit. Yes. And we work together with development finance institutions because their funds are much more cheaper than what is obtainable in the commercial world. So we do that for our members. Then we also provide access to health care, like a form of health insurance. So we work with, because at the Central Bank where we chair the product committee, you discover that these products are already established at the Central Bank Financial Inclusion Strategy. So we domesticated it and provide access for our members. So we provide access to healthcare, we provide access to pension, particularly the micro pension plan. Because why we are doing this is because most of the people that are members are not government employed. And once you don't have pension, once you don't have housing, you don't have healthcare, it looks as if you're not working. So what, in our own opinion, these 7 products that we have, finance, healthcare, pension, housing, we're also working with the Federal Mortgage Bank for quite a long time now, providing access to affordable housing for our members. And we are championing the cause now that we should do rent to own. That so long as you can pay rent, you can own a house. Okay? So housing is part of it. Renewable energy also is part of it. We did a 5-year program with the Lighting African project under the IFC and World Bank. The project has concluded, but it has been handed over to us, and we are creating access with the companies that our members are having access to energy supply through the solar system. And then we also...
How many megawatts do you generate?
No. They are just home systems.
Oh, these are just home systems.
Yes, but we are also talking on a bigger one now with respect to mini grid built for our estates, built for our business centers, and then our people it will be metered, and our people will be paying from time to time. But the most important thing is that we have constant power supply. So apart from the renewable energy, we also have what we call access to land, access to input, access to markets. And under it, for about 3 years now, we established a product called the Cooperative Family Feeding Program. We give food to our members on credit for as much as 3 months. And what it means is that you don't need to have money before you eat. So long as you are working and you are earning, then you should be able to eat well.
Let's quickly, just lastly before we go, what kind of assistance do you render to farmers?
Yes.
They have a place in your scheme?
Yes, that is why I told you we create a program around access to land.
Yes.
Access to input.
It could be to build.
Access to market. So ordinarily you want to be a farmer but you don't have land, but we create access to land for you on a lease agreement. Then we also create access to input for you, and then also give you the market. So before you even start farming, there is already market for you. So the issue of my products are wasting is no longer there. So apart from that, we also provide those social security for farmers, those things that make job look attractive. We create access to those basic things I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Finance, healthcare, housing, to make sure that they also see what they are doing as a job.
All right, thank you so very much. I think you've given greater impetus to what cooperative societies really mean, and with your agency, the National Cooperative Financing Agency of Nigeria, I'm sure you're going to be having 1,001 inquiries from this discourse. Emmanuel Atama, Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of the National Cooperative Financing Agency of Nigeria, thanks so very much for coming on Newsnight.
Thank you very much.